Hello and welcome to another Decrepit Gaming video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at another HeroQuest expansion. Another expansion that I've had for some time, but I'm only now getting around to opening them and having a look. And I thought as I was unboxing I would unbox with you guys on YouTube land. Some of you may be new to HeroQuest. I know I have some followers that I very much appreciate who are long-time fans and long-time players of HeroQuest. Some as old as myself who have been playing since the late 80s. Avalon Hill and then Hasbro bringing the game back in 2021, I think it was, made my year, made my decade possibly, because to acquire a copy of the original game from eBay or the like could cost you a small fortune. So I was very appreciative of Avalon Hill to bring it back. So this is my offering today in HeroQuest. I'm just going to unbox and give a brief, not so much a review because I haven't played them, but a description of the contents and my initial thoughts on the expansions. Today's expansion is going to be Return of the Witch King. Return of the Witch Lord. Return of the Witch King. So this expansion along with Keller's Keep were released pretty much at the same time back in the day as well. Late 80s, 89 I think it was, from memory, and believe me, my memory isn't what it used to be. Anyway, as you can see, this is sealed. I haven't opened it. I wanted to get the base game painted before I even started down this road, and now I've had a chance to completely paint the base set. I've had a few games with my group, my gaming group, and I want to start work on the expansions. And before I do any painting, I just wanted to unbox them and go through what I thought about them with you guys, just in case any of you are on the fence or some people are new. So that's the seal broken. Let's have a look and see what's in. Very much like Keller's Keep, we've got a quest book. I'm assuming there's going to be probably 10 quests like in Keller's Keep. I'm not going to spoil the quests for you. We do have more items for the Alchemist shop, which is nice to see. And the reason that is nice to see is because we want to keep people interested in playing. And if it was just the standard game, they would soon see the entire contents of the standard game and it would get quite boring quite quickly. So adding new stuff to the game system is a must. I can remember this room tile, the Witch Lord's Lair. I can remember the original one of these. It's a very iconic picture. It does brings back memories, and yet again it's on decent card stock. I can remember the revolving room as well. Some more secret doors, a couple of pit traps, some falling blocks, some sarcophagus, and the miniatures. I'll take these out for a second. Yet again, just like in Keller's Keep, we've got two doors. They appear to be the same doors, the same sculpts as came with Keller's Keep. So they'll get painted. And just, you've got the base game. If you're here watching this and you haven't got the base game, then okay, maybe you just want to see, maybe just the title has interested you, but you really should have the base game before you consider any of the expansions. Unless you see the expansions sitting somewhere for a real bargain basement price, then snap them up, of course. You can always pick the base game up at a later date. 8 skeletons, 4 mummies and 4 zombies. I've already got painting videos up for these guys. So what I'll do is I'll spend a live stream painting these. I'll give people plenty of notice, and if they want to do some painting along with me for a live stream, they're more than welcome. I'm going to spoil these cards just like I did with Keller's Keep, and that's just for anybody who wants to see them. If you've seen enough now, I appreciate very much the fact that you've bothered to watch this. It's not a high production value, as you're very well aware. That's not what I'm about. I'm about hopefully getting interest in the games that I'm interested in and the games that I play, generating a bit of interest, maybe in people who don't play games, or in very casual people who are interested in learning how to paint but don't know where to begin. I'll show you quick techniques to paint things to a good standard, to a decent standard, not to an award-winning standard, but to a decent standard. Anyway, back to the cards. Just like in Keller's Keep, we've got some equipment cards and some artifact cards. Keller's Keep came with scrolls. We'll see here what comes with Return of the Witch Lord. Equipment: a potion of battle, a potion of dexterity, a potion of restoration, and a venom antidote. And I'm not going to spoil them completely by reading the cards out like I did previously. But we've got some potions. So potions are great because they're, number one, they can sometimes give a character, a player, a get out of jail, a last chance saloon throw of the dice. They're very good, and they're one shot, so they don't stay in the game and they don't break any mechanics permanently, like a really good sword would, for example. So as Sargon, or as the bad guy, you don't need to worry about constantly having to battle against overpowered player characters when they have potions, because they're one-use weapons, one-use items. As for the artifacts, anti-poison quill, armband of healing, dust of disappearance, magical throwing dagger. That's a familiar one. Rabbit boots, spell scroll, spell scroll, spell scroll, spell scroll, spell scroll. So some new scrolls and some new items. Again, adding a bit more variety to the game, and that's the whole idea of these expansions. If you've got the base game and you only get to play it every now and again, and your playing group wouldn't appreciate new content, then don't worry about these expansions. But if, like me, you're a bit of a nerd and you really like the system, the fact that it's very simple yet not insultingly so, you can make it as hard as you like by adding your own house rules, which I'll come to at a later date. You can make it as more complicated by adding your own stats and systems. Again, we'll look at that at a later date. It doesn't need any of those things. The game is fine as a standalone game. There is limited character progression. You can add more character progression through your own systems, level development, things like that, if you want to bring that in. But again, that's a subject for another time. I just wanted to show you the contents of Witch Lord, Return of the Witch Lord, and to tell you that if you're a HeroQuest player, it's a no-brainer. Pick all these expansions up, and I'll tell you why I'm picking them all up. One of the reasons I'm picking them all up, apart from being a big fan of HeroQuest, the more of us that buy them, the more Avalon Hill, or Hasbro in this case, now the owners of Avalon Hill, will produce more expansions. That's my thought anyway. Just like with that other big multinational, Games Workshop, Once a product they sell stops selling, they delete it, they cut it. So I'm really happy that HeroQuest is back. I would love to see Space Crusade come back, but it's probably not going to happen. There's too much IP tied up with Games Workshop. But HeroQuest's back. It may have a different setting, but we all know you can set this in any setting you want. You can pretend you can set it in Middle-earth. You can set it in the old world in Warhammer Land, where I'm setting it. Or you can set it in the setting that Hasbro has deemed appropriate for it. It's entirely up to you. It can just be generic. Anyway, I've babbled for long enough. I appreciate very much that this video is of limited use. This expansion has been out for a few years, so anybody who wants it probably has it. If you're new to the game and you're watching this for the first time, I can highly recommend that you pick up Return of the Witchlord. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next HeroQuest video, which will be very soon.